Okay.
B'Shem Hashem Naseh v'Nasleach, we continue with wonderful lessons of Soulmate from amazing Sefer of Harav Eliezer ben David alav shalom. Shuvu lachem le'ohalechem. Return to your homes. So the topic of tonight's discussion is the Matzah Isha. Mahashem Isha Leish. That from Hashem is destined who should get married to who. In other words, there is a wife for a husband, and Hashem is the one who chooses that wife for the husband. Ka'amur la'el לאחד שבאו שניהם בברית הנישואין שייכים הם זה לזה וממילא אין עוד מקום לעמוד כל הזמן על טיבו של בן הזוג בחסרונותיו ולשפשף בחסרונותיו. So that, as we explained, once a couple get married together, then there is no room for husband and wife to come and pinpoint each other's mistakes to each other. Oh, you are not like this, you are not like that, so perhaps you are not my husband, you are not my wife, right? So this is something that one is to remember. Once marriage takes place, there is no examination. Oh, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe that girl was my basher. Maybe that girl was supposed to become my wife. Or for the wife to come to say, oh, maybe that man should have been my husband. No more comparison, no more making issues and saying, you are not for me, you are for me. Maybe I missed the boat. No.
Only cooperation.
Only cooperations, exactly. ראינו זאת במחלוקת בית הלל ובית שמאי, מסכת כתובות דף מ' עמוד ב'. This is something that we can see in the argument between the house of Beit Hillel, that refers to the students of Beit Hillel, with the students of Beit Shammai. They had an argument, they had something that they did not agree together. The students of Beit Shammai, they used to say, Kalla kemot shehi. Beit Hillel omer, Kalla na'eh v'chasuda. So Beit Shammai used to say, no, once it comes to praising somebody's wife, you praise the way it is, the way she is. You do not praise more than who she is. For example, if she is not beautiful, you don't say, wow, she's so beautiful. You don't brag about certain midot that she doesn't have. If she is not Yareh Shamayim, if she doesn't have fear of God, or if she is not, happy with her portion, you don't come and say, she's a very good girl, she's very Yareh Shamayim, fear of God, happy with her portion. No, you just say what there is in an emetic way, in a true way. You don't brag on that which is not there. You don't add to things that are not true with him.
But you can compliment the food.
You do not compliment too much.
But the food you can compliment, even though
that's the different area. So, however, the Beit Hillel say, no, according to Beit Hillel, Kalla na'eh v'chasuda, that you come and you say, even if she is not beautiful, even if she's not beautiful, you say, no, the Kalla, the lady is beautiful, right? And she's modest, right? You even say the things that are not really there. Amru Beit Hillel Beit Shammai. So Beit Hillel questioned Beit Shammai. You say that you only have to say the truth, but you guys are wrong. And they brought the proof. אדם שחנה מכך לה מן השוק ישבחנה או יגמלנה. If a person goes to marketplace, he goes to a store, he buys something, right? And he comes to you and he tells you, tell me, did I buy this? Did I make a good purchase? Is this something good that I got? You tell me, right? Is this good or not? Even if a person knows that which he acquired, if he knows that he did not acquire in a good, he did not got a deal, nevertheless you go ahead and you say, no, you got a good deal. This is good quality, right? You don't make him feel bad. Once he got it, he got it. Don't make him feel bad.
If it can be returned.
Well, if he's asking, can you return? This is not like in the older days you could not return. Nowadays, even if somebody gets something, right, and he comes to you, and you know he's not going to return. You know that this is what he got, and he's very happy about it. Maybe he did his homework, maybe he checked a few places, but you know that he didn't get something good. You know that that which he got wasn't a good deal. You're not supposed to reveal that to him. Just tell him, yes, I think so. You don't have to lie. You say, I think so. You got it. It seems to be a good deal, right? But you know, in such a place, they have a sale. You don't put him down. You don't make him feel bad. So too, Beit Hillel is telling to Beit Shammai, so too with one's wife, right? So too with one's wife. The wife is not beautiful. You're supposed to say that she's beautiful. I don't make him feel bad. She doesn't have the best midot, right? Behavior characteristics. Don't make him feel bad, right? השקפה זו מתאימה למעבד את החיים בכללים. This is a lesson in life. לאחר שכבר קנית את החפץ, חפצת פה ועכשיו שלח. That once a person gets married to someone, right? They acquired each other. No more if, but, maybe, nothing. No more comparison. A person needs to be happy with his portion. If Hashem helped him or her to get married to each other, they're meant to be for each other. מעתה יתבונן על צדדיו החיוביים בלבד. ותשפכנו בעיניך. From now on, that couple have to focus on their positive points, that which is positive with them. They should not focus on the negative aspects of their lives or characteristics. Right? משמיים ניתנו אותו לך, ואתה ראו לו. Right? משמיים ניתנו אותו לך. That from Shamayim, from Hashem, this man and woman were designed to get married together. Right? אם הדברים נאמרים בכלים ובמקח קל וחומר שהם גם לאשתו של אדם או לילדיו של אדם. If we say that this concept applies with item, physical item, that you're not supposed to put down the person who bought it, how much more so one should not put down his wife or her husband. This is that which Hashem gave you the right to acquire, right? The right to have. Hashem knows better. Maybe that very wife is going to help a person to overcome certain issues that he has, to be a helping hand. Right? המפתח לחיים של ששון ושמחה, היינו, איפה, where is the key of one's simcha, happiness? What is the secret to happiness?
שלום בית.
היכולת לחפש זה על זה בלי לחפש אחר פגמאים ובלי להשפיע על חסרונות. The key of happiness is when you do not look into negative aspects of the other's spouse. Right? You are happy, you're contained, right? You're satisfied with that which Hashem has given you. אולם יש לעתים לעצום עיניים מול חולשותיו של בן הזוג ולהאמין כי מאת השם יעשה הדבר והוא הטוב והיפה ביותר עבורי. There are times that the person should close his eyes and ignore that which is negative with his wife, or opposite with her husband. Ignore, don't see it, and just remind yourself, if I have her or I have him, it's meant to be. This is what Hashem wants me to have. This is going to be part of my tachlit, part of my fixing of the neshama. Who knows, maybe in the previous life, right, this husband and wife had certain issues that now they are brought back, and the husband is wife and the wife is husband, that they should make up. חז"ל אומרים בשם רבי ראובן איסטרבולי מסכת יבמות כי מן התורה, מן הנביאים ומן הכתובים לומדים אנו כי מהשם אישה לאיש. Our sages teach us from Gemara, from Rabbi Reuben Istanbuli, that one's wife and husband is destined for each other from Hashem. From Hashem. This is something that Hashem chooses. Hazivug hu min hashamayim. That the zivug, the soulmate, is from Hashem. Torah masinu zot eser livrai menu. In the written Torah, in the Chumash, we find this concept by Rivcha Imenu, our foremother Rivka. כשאמרו לבן, כשאמרו לבן ובתואל, that when she said to Laban betwell, מהשם יעשה הדבר. Right? When she wanted to go with Ishaq, they opposed her. They told her, stay here. Why you want to go?
But she said she wants
and
to
she
go.
said, I need to go. This is from Hashem. This marriage has been chosen, has been designed, destined for me by Hashem. Right?
She was only 9.
No, she was actually 3 years old.
3.
Yes, the 3 years old back then is like equivalent of somebody who was 12 or 15, or sometimes when the 3 years old was much more mature than these days. Right? So let's go further. בנביאים עשינו זאת אצל שמשון. So in the Torah we find this by Rivcha Imenu. In Nevi'im we find it by Shimshon. Right? Shimshon the mighty one. Right?
He married the Palestine.
Exactly. ברצותו לקחת אישה mi benot Pelishtim, that he wanted to get married to this lady from Palestine. It's not like Palestine. It's not like Palestine of Palestine of nowadays. No, there was a tribe that were different than the Palestine people. They were called Palestine, not the Palestine. No, it's two different things, right? And he wanted to get married. And what happened? Ve'avi ve'imo Cerebrum. And Shimshon's father and mother, they were against this. Omer Pasuk, it says in the Pasuk, the Shoftim. Ve'avi ve'imo lo yat'u ki me'Hashem hu. But Shimshon's father and mother did not know that this marriage was destined by Hashem, that Hashem wanted this marriage to take place, right?
So that he can.
It's not like was marriage with a Goya. Apparently there was a Gerut done, and apparently she became Ger Tzedek, right? ובכתובים נאמר, בית והון נחלה אבות ומהשם אישה miskelet. As in Mishle also we find that also from Hashem one's wife is chosen. So we have proof from Nevi'im, we have proof from Torah, Rivka. We have proof from Nevi'im, from Shimshon Shimshon the mighty one, and we see proof from Mishle Shlomo HaMelech that testifies on this fact that from Hashem, husband and wife are chosen for each other. Im Adam chash devarim ele betochechei libo be'emet, en hu meukzav or memurmar begaluto ki מהלך הדברים אינם בדיוק כפי שנעשה. If you really think about this concept deep in your mind, in your heart, then you understand that this must be from Hashem. It's something that you cannot see it from the surface. But deep down, there is common things from both parties, husband and wife, that makes them exactly to be fit for each other, helping each other. Right? יש עוד דברים רבים שקוראים לנו למרות שלא בחנו בהם. קוראים כאן חס ושלום פגעים ואסונות קשים שלא פיללו להם. אך יהודי מאמין יודע כי מידת הקושי נגזרה עליו מן השמיים וראו לו לכך לפי מעשיו בין לטוב ובין למוטב. So if you go and you examine, you see that sometimes there are certain characteristics that are exactly opposite of that which you want, right? But from here, Harav Eliezer ben David teaches us that one needs to remind himself or herself that this is from Hashem, and this is based on certain characteristics that person is lacking. And that's why he needs to go under chuppah with this wife or husband in order to become shalom, in order to become more complete person. So knowing this would give peace of mind to a person. Okay, so that was one of the concepts. Now we're going to move on with another concept. Masa Isha Masa Tov. If a person gets married, finds a wife, that's automatically finding good. This is a statement in Gemara, and we're going to elaborate on it. ניתן לפרש בדרך אחרת את המאמר אישה יפה בכיר ירא שמיים תנתן אם האדם הוא ירא שמיים בטוח הוא כי אשתו היא היפה בנשים. Now there is a concept that if a person is God-fearing person, if the man is God-fearing, then there is a chazakah, there is a reliance that a person should consider, and he should believe that because he has fear of God, Hashem will not give him a bad wife. Hashem will give him a very good wife that is equivalent to tov, to good. Why is that so? Because the person who has fear of God, that man, that husband would not think about other women. Would only think about his wife, and because of this Hashem will give a good wife that is deserving to have such a good husband. Wow, this is beautiful. Because he is God-fearing, he will only think about his own wife. He will not compare his wife to others. And in his eyes, his wife is the best one in the whole universe. Right? And we find this concept by Hasidim. Hasidim are very careful with the conduct between male and female. From early age, they separate boys and girls. In the schools, I think they are very mahbid, they are very strict. They separate each other. The cousins, right? Boys and girls, cousins do not converse together. They do not play together. Now you must say, wow, this is extreme. It's just a little boy, little girl, let them play together. But I tell you, what is the chokhmah behind this? When this man becomes 18 and he goes to a date, and that date is already the parents of the boy and the parents of the girl, they already know each other, they already examined their children, if they are compatible to each other, if they are good for each other based on their experience of their children, and they go into a date and they find common things and they propose, he proposes to her, they get married. This is the girl that is the only girl that he knows
for the rest of his life.
And this is what he knows, not only now, in the past also. They don't have any conducts, any experience with any girl. Perhaps only the sister of his sister only, right? That he knew, nobody else. So this would make her to be a queen, to be unique. And because they already know not to look into others' wives, and in the society that they live, there is no pursuit, there is no immodesty, so this would keep the kedusha of the family to its utmost, highest level of kedusha. No wonder why among Hasidim the rate of divorce is very low. The lowest rate of divorce is among Hasidim. And also among Syrian is very, very little too, right? So that's very low. Okay, let's go. هو هدين قام لجبه هايشا لآخر نسوء مختراهي ات بعلا مقبلت اوتو که روش همیش باخا ולא לבדוק בזכוכית מגדלת חסרונות ומחדלים. באופן זה גם היא תתכבד ותתייקר בעיניו. So too, right, from the viewpoint of the wife would be the same thing. The wife will consider her husband as a king, as the best of the best. And because he is the king, she is not going to look into finding negatives. You don't find anything negative with the king. Right? You respect. And there is so much respect. Right? Don't get disappointed, Baruch Hashem. There is respect. But yes, the ideal would be so much that they respect the husband so much. Right? According to Torah, wife really has to consider her husband like a melech. And husband has to consider his wife as queen. Right? אפשר לראות זו ביישוב הסתירה בין שלושה פסוקים במשלי. מעשה אישה מעשה טוב, ומוציא אני מר מוות את האישה, ואישה בכל אלה לא תמצאתי. איש בגימטריה שווה 311. So now, if you come and you take 3 passages, right, in the Mishlei, one passage says, Masa Isha Masa Tov. One who finds the wife, he found goodness. This is perfect. This is goodness. Umose Animan Mabed. Or another source says, no, Isha could be like a poison. Right? Isha could be a poison, right? That could poison person.
Very light poison.
Right? לא עלינו. ואישה בכל אלה לא מסרתי. So how do you explain these 3 pesukim? They are contradicting each other. Right? And the third pasuk is Isha bechol ele lo masati. That Isha with these characteristics, I don't know exactly what the pasuk is referring to, I have not found. In other words, Shlomo HaMelech says, I have not seen a wife like this. Right? Isha begimatria ish. So the explanation is like this: man has the numerical value of 311. Right?
Yeah.
Aleph is 1, Yud is 10, Shin is 300. 311. Isha begematria shave 306. Isha is the gematria of wife, is the gematria of 306. Right?
Okay.
How? Shin is 300, Aleph is 1, and He is 5. So that's 306. So man is 311 ish, Isha is 306. Lachen al pi pasuk harishon ke Hashem masa haish Isha, according to the pasuk, the first pasuk that we mentioned, that it says masa haish masa Isha masa tov, masa haish Isha vehi chashev asmo petucha mimenu tov adava. In the pasuk that says masa Isha, because Isha is less than 311, says you found 306. That's good. If you don't look at her as if she's higher than you, If you look in a way that you're accepting the way that she is, that's good.
Hallelujah.
If you go and you say, no, I'm Ish, I'm 311, and she's Isha, she's 306, and you put her down, that's bad. If you say, no, I found 306 and I'm happy, that's good. So be happy with your portion. That's the Torah Davar. The Pasuk Hashani Ne'emar, how do you explain the second Pasuk? Musta ani et Haisha, that I have found this Haisha. Haisha has the extra hay. What is that? That's 306 plus 5 is 311. That comes to tell you, Gadel ve'i shakula l'shlosha me'ot v'achad Esther. So you look at her as equal as yourself. You are Ish 311, and you say that I found Haisha. That's also 311.
Yeah, that's
So you are no. It's not like you added up. You are equal to your husband, both 311, because Haisha has the extra hay. 306 plus 5 is 311, and you are Ish 311, so we're equal, right? You are happy with that, right? Vehi shaveh, and this is equal, so this is something good. Veisha bichlal ele im vav hachubar, and if you say in the pasuk Veisha, that you are adding the third pasuk, vav is the vav, and the Isha was 306. You added, no, 305, sorry, 305. You add a vav to it, that's 311. Again, you equaling yourself. This is you are the gematria of a man is 311 to 311, and therefore there would be shalom. So the bottom line is bechol ele lo masati. זיווג מסוג זה עלול להיות זיווג שאינו בר קיימא. זיווג, the ultimate soulmate, is the one that you come up with in your state of mind. You say that we got to be equal. She is not lower than me. We are equal. That's where there is shalom.
We are one.
We are one. Then you consider yourself that you are 311 and she's 311 and you are equal. That is where shalom exists. Okay. That's where there is peace and harmony, and there is cooperation. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen. Amen.
That's why in this country